You won't believe what happened to us last weekend. It all started with a simple HOA patrol, but it ended with Grandpa going full old school and electrifying our fence. Here's how it went down. It was a typical Saturday morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and I was just getting into my weekend routine. Then, out of nowhere, we hear a loud bang on the front door. We open it, and standing there, clipboard in hand, is an HOA patrol officer. He looks a little too serious for a Saturday, and honestly, I knew something was up. "Excuse me," he says. "I've noticed your fence is a bit irregular. It's taller than the community guidelines allow." He goes on to explain that it violates the HOA rules about fence heights. He tells us we need to bring it down or face a fine. Simple, right? Not for Grandpa. Now, Grandpa is a guy who doesn't take kindly to anyone telling him what to do, especially when it comes to his property. We tried to be polite, but this officer wasn't backing down. He gave us an ultimatum: fix it or pay up. And that's when Grandpa had enough. He looked at the officer, then at the fence, and said, "You really think you can come on my property and make demands?" Without another word, Grandpa turned and headed toward the garage. I had no idea what he was up to, but I wasn't about to ask. The officer, still standing there with his clipboard, probably thought Grandpa was going to get a saw or something to start cutting the fence. But no, Grandpa had something much more creative in mind. A few minutes later, Grandpa came back, holding a coil of wire and a big grin on his face. "Time to teach him a lesson," he muttered under his breath. Then, without warning, he rigged the fence with a harmless but effective electric current. He didn't want to hurt anyone, just give them a little surprise if they tried climbing. Over. The officer saw what was happening and froze. "What on earth are you doing?" he yelled. "Well, I told you not to come on my property, didn't I?" Grandpa replied with a wink. Needless to say, the HOA officer didn't come back. And the fence? It stayed exactly as it was. Grandpa had won.